Brazel, welcome to In Sync Equine Healing and empowering at the same time. No, Spirit, you can't have Buddhist here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to work with the horse. All you have to do where you are is I'm going to give you some suggestions of what I want you to think about. Then I want you just to watch the horse, and then, or I should say Spirit, give you a name. Then we're going to work on some deep breathing, and then we'll go to the next exercise. So Spirit's really good for things from the past and also patterns that have been occurring in your life. So what I want you to do is just sit there, be ready, and what I want you to do is just take 3 really deep breaths in. And as you breathe in, really focus on getting it really, really deep. So the first one, breathing in, I want you to hold it for as long as you can and then let it out. Then the second one, I want you to take it in again, hold it, and then release it. And now the third one, I want you to hold it and then release it. So the first suggestion I want, and when we're doing equine healing, the horse will know who's at the other end. And I'm sure she already feels, or people who are needing this healing will be drawn to this video. So the first thing we're going to work on is what patterns occur in your life. What are you going around and around in circles with and not getting out of that pattern? So I just want you to watch her as we're going around. I'm going to watch where her head is. So she's already gone down to picking the grass there. So that could say in your headspace, you only feel as if you can survive on what's actually happened in the past. And that's not the true answer at all, is it? No, it isn't. Good girl. So what I want you, the first exercise, I want you to really just watch her movement, watch her feet, and we're going to go around in a circle, and then we're going to walk forward. What I want you to do is focus on what are you going around and around in circles about? What's the pattern that's consistently going on in your life that you're not breaking forward? So let's go, Spirit. Let's see if we can get some. Okay. So she's come across quite nicely. So that means really out there, you are more than likely ready to let go of that pattern as well. And you just, yeah, it's really just decision time. So she's walking quite nicely. She's still got her eyes to the ground, so there's still some things in the past. What I want is for her head, without me saying or doing anything, to come up a little bit. She's actually getting lower, so I'm going to be quiet. This is the second time round. So just watch her, look at her feet, watch her tongue movement, and she's going for my back. So if you've been stabbed in the back, then she wants you to have a look at that. You might have been stabbed in the back before, she's done it again, but it doesn't mean you have to be stabbed in the back again. Horses do the movement to what is actually going on in your brain space. So we've gone around 3 times. Now virtually, I could keep doing this with her, and that's what a lot of people do in their life. They keep going around and round in circles. But I'm going to do it once more, and then I'm making the decision. There'll be no more going around in circles whatsoever. So I stop. Oh, how cool is that? So virtually she's kind of telling me I'm protected and she's going to look after me. So let's go forward. And so you go forward and everything's going to be fine. So that is exercise 1. The next exercise I want you to look at is, often we won't go out of a pattern, or we'll keep going around in circles because we're being stubborn about something in the past and we won't let go of. So I'm going to work with her, and I want you to see how she goes. But as I go down, I want you to think of something you're being stubborn about. Oh, you are being stubborn. Right down, right down, right down, right down. That you need to let go of. And then coming up, because once you stop being stubborn, you will be rewarded when you keep being stubborn. So we're working on the left side. That'll link to stubbornness about your knowledge, stubbornness about your wisdom, or there's a female energy you're being stubborn about. Let's see if we go to the other side, and let's look at it again. So let's get muscle aches, you'll get, and if you're really being stubborn about something and you're not changing the structure, you'll get a breaking somewhere. Everything in your mind brings an illness into your body. That's what I believe. So we're just going to go back around again. And I want you to watch her, and I want you to focus on, are you prepared to stop being stubborn about something, or are you going to let it go? Because being stubborn doesn't get you anywhere at any time. The next thing I want you to be aware of, that anything in the past give you a reward. So let's see if what in the past. So I just want you to go back, and as you have to be flexible about letting the past go. So let's see if there's something in the past that, watching her do it, that you can get rewarded from. Because if you go back and you look what's in the past, going back, there will always be a reward for you at the end of the day. So normally again, I'm looking at the female energy in the past. I'm looking at something to do with your knowledge or your spirit, or the spirit of even just you. Then on the other side, what I want to do is, again, I want you to think if it's a male energy, or you've made a mistake about a material possession. And that can be because she only went as far as the stomach. So something like this will relate to, this is all about the stomach, which will relate to self-esteem. And sometimes we lower our self-esteem and our self-worth because we don't think we're worthy enough to receive. So if you look on the other side, she went right back to the rump, so she's happy to get through. Whereas this one on the side, it can often relate to a male energy, but she won't go back past and she starts to move. So if you're there and it's something to relate to a material possession, or a mistake you made, or it's something to relate to a male energy, then you've really got to work on that and know that she's still not ready to go back to the past in that. So again, if you're out watching this video, I would think you have a problem with some form of self-esteem and what you're actually worthy to at the end of the day, because again, she won't go back, where on this side she's happy to, you know. Alright, so we might have stirred up a bit of energy because she's not going either. So let's go back. Let's work here. Back here. Come on. Back here. Back, 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 back. Good job. Alright, so she went back further there. So sometimes you've really got to listen. So the horse will do movement. So it's to do with a relationship. Either people are annoying, or there's a relationship that has to change because of the way the flies are actually annoying her. So sometimes you think, oh, that's the horse just doing a movement. But if you link it to what's going on in your headspace or the person you're actually working with, you will find they will do the movement to whatever is happening or releasing. So I'm going to do 2 more circles around, and then I'm going to do some forward movement, and then we'll see what happens. So again, we're going to start in the opposite direction. So just watch her. Try and feel part of her as she's walking. She's actually lifting her head now a little bit higher. Not up? Yeah. She's got to come up higher, because self-esteem is, no one deserves to be looking down at self-esteem. So up higher. So again, I want you to go higher. You don't have to be anyone's servant. And then we stop. We make a conscious choice that we're going to walk forward. So she's licking her lips and she's had a massive sigh. So therefore we have moved something. Now you've got to listen to your gut. So she's going to listen to me. So if I step forward, she's going to step forward. We go again. So again. So if you're actually only stepping through a door partly, you get nowhere. She's only stepping partly. So if you're out watching this video, it's like you want a reward before you'll step forward. Let's go again. I'm stepping forward. You can step forward too. Right, a lot better. Step forward. As you can see, now she's using both feet and she's stepping forward. That's the same that goes on in your head space. So if I'm working with someone and she only takes one step, my question to that person, are you only taking one step to where you want to go? Are you ready to take 2 steps? 2, exactly. She's pretty cool. All right, so this is me out. Yeah, and may look, you think, oh yeah, that's airy fairy. Well, listen to some of my stories and we'll soon see if they're airy fairy. This is me out. Cheers.